Guys, what's going on? Zuko here, back with another Shadowlands video. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are all doing well. Hope it's not too cold out there, if you live in a cold place like I do. It snowed like a foot last night, like actually 12 inches of snow. And it was like minus 25 the other day, which is like, that's Celsius. So for you guys who are Fahrenheit, that's like +5 Fahrenheit or something, I think. Maybe plus 10 Fahrenheit or like 0 Fahrenheit. I don't know. It's very cold. Okay, it was very, very cold. Hope you guys are doing well. What are we looking at today? We're looking at Ret Paladin. And I'm gonna show you a video. First of all, here's my transmog. I really love this transmog. This is so cool. I got this from, I think, Miss Pandaria. I think I went and got a bunch of, if you don't know, you can go get Marks of Honor. I have them right here. Mark of Honor, and you can spend about 12 of them, and you can get like a full set of gear. I just want to just go into this really quick. So, not that, what this? If you go to like your appearances, you can look at sets, and you can just like look at all the ones that have been here from the past, and then you can go get them. You can like if you this one's obviously from BFA because that was from Battle for Desire Lore. So you can go to the BFA vendors and they will have them. Oh, the mythic one. Oh, that actually looks sick. Anyway, most of the full sets of gear cost like 12 marks of honor, and then there's weapon ones as well. And this weapon one that I have here, look at this weapon. This thing is so sick. It's like a huge two-hander, and I've got a little Venthyr red going on it. Anyway, I love this transmog. What are we doing today? Ret Paladin. I'm going to run through this really quick. Here's my build. We're doing Zeal. I am not doing Executioner's Sentence because I just don't like it. I just don't like having to use that button and fit everything into the window. I just don't like it. So I'm playing Zeal. I am playing Imperium Power. I did not think this was a very good talent. I know that everybody runs it, and I don't know. I thought that I just didn't like it that much, but it actually is very, very good, and I enjoyed playing with it, particularly with the build that we're running today, which is KYRIAN. I'll get there in a second. We're running Final Reckoning, and that's about it. Unbreakable Spirit's important to get your Shield of Vengeance back more often. Other than that, this is kind of the whole build you want to run. We are KYRIAN and we are Mechanicos. A lot of people go Pelagos, I've seen, to get the mastery bonus, but I really just like the damage that you get from Mechanicos, and I just enjoy the tree in general. And instead of getting the Hammer of Genesis haste, we went over here to get potency conduits. I think people go Pelagos usually because there's triple potency conduit, and you need a lot of potency conduits for red. There's a lot of good potencies to put in there. So anyway, here's the one conduit you really must have. It is the Judgment one. Because we're running KYRIAN, we get to throw a whole bunch of extra judgments, and we are also running the KYRIAN Legendary, which means that after we cast Divine Toll, it's going to throw out even more judgments. So you're going to have this Virtuous Command buff up all the time. So Virtuous Command is a very, very important conduit to have. Excuse me. Make sure you have that one, and then the Divine Toll one, obviously, as well. Let me just switch to Chrome really quick. I want to show you, this is my experience in Mythic Plus. Okay, queuing for Mythic Plus. Can you all see that? Can you all see this? This is my experience. I queued for dungeons for like 10 minutes, and this is what you get. This is why my name in details is pending, because nobody accepts me, man. Nobody likes Ret Paladins, and it's so sad. It's just so stupid. Like, this is my name on details. It's pending, because this is what I do, man. I'm sitting around waiting for dungeons. Anyway, that's the bill. We covered it all. Mechanicos, KYRIAN, Divine Toll, Legendary is the Divine Toll Legendary. Those are my talents. Let's jump into the video. I'll make it a bit quicker this time. I know I keep taking forever on my videos, so let's jump right into it. And let's go back to Chrome and we'll look at the halls. Not the halls. This was my Twitch title, so that was a big mistake. I'm sorry. We're gonna go back here, and I'm gonna get my notes out, and I'm gonna move this over here. Let me get all organized. Bring my notes up over here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, good. We are ready to go. Make this a bit smaller. Bring that over here. Okay, so we did a Sanguine Depths, not a Halls. Sorry, we did a 15 Sanguine Depths. I showed you everything that I want to do, and I'm gonna go to the 59-minute mark. because this was 2 dungeons in one, actually, this entire video. So 59 minutes. This is the starting of it. And I want to show you the first thing we want to talk about is the big burst of damage that we do on the first pack, which is an awesome amount of damage. This is kind of what you can expect to do as a KYRIAN Ret Paladin. So I wait for the Guardian Druid to gather up all the mobs. And you'll see it in a second here. We got to hold everything. I'm going to pause. Oh, no, I'm going to press spacebar. So what I did there was you want to go Wings into Final Verdict into your Divine Toll. And then you start going crazy. So we're doing 26, 25k, 27. Make sure to throw your Hammer of Wrath. I'm actually pretty bad at that. Got a free proc on Divine Toll there. You'll get a bunch of them. This is the other thing I want to say really, really quick. This is the other important talent that I was running. A lot of people run Seraphim. And, sorry, I know so a lot of people run Seraphim. I just like to run Divine Purpose. I feel like the consistency of Divine Purpose is really great. I get so many Divine Purpose procs over the course of a dungeon, and it adds a lot of damage. So you can go Seraphim if you want to get the big stat boost. I just don't. It's just not my playstyle. So I really enjoy Divine Purpose, and I think that it's quite strong. So anyway, that's my little disclaimer there. So that's our big burst. Everybody does a big amount of burst here, and it kind of drags on for a while because of Spiteful, which is really annoying. But that's the burst you can have. With Wings, with Final Verdict up, with Divine Toll up, that's your burst. It's pretty big, and it's awesome. I do another Divine Toll here at the end just to get rid of the Spitefuls. You don't... I probably didn't have to do that, but here's the reality. If you're going to play Mechanicos, you need to press Divine Toll on cooldown. Unless there's, like, one target... or or the pack is just about to die, like even the Spitefuls are just about to die, and it's not worth it to press it, you should just press it, because if you hit 4 targets, look at the cooldown. Divine Toll's already at 34 seconds. You can see down here. So like it'll just come back. So it's worth pressing over and over and over again as much as you possibly can. That is the first little pull. Let's go right to the boss. We'll go to the first boss here. Crixus. I don't know how to say his name. We get the first Tormentor down. Everything's good. We'll go to the first boss fight. Here we go. We have Lust. We have Wings. We have Final Verdict. We have everything. So here's our burst on a single target boss. I have my trinket as well. So my trinket's a crit trinket. I press it right there. It gives me like 500 crit. Which is, it's like one of the best trinkets I have right now. I don't have a lot of great trinkets on my Ret Paladin. So we're doing like 13k single target. That's gonna even out a little bit over the course of the fight. But the burst is great. When you have all your cooldowns, you do single target damage as well. So it's good. Obviously, you're getting less Mechanicos value in a single target, but that's fine in terms of the cooldown reduction. Here, you can pop your shield. I pop my Shield of Judgment. You should do this on this boss, and then you can run back in and you'll do extra damage. I pop it a little bit early. I don't think my damage actually hits the boss. You can see the shield around me. It's going to go away. Right there, it went away. I was like 10 yards away from the boss, so if my damage... It does damage when you let it explode. I probably messed it up and didn't get it off. So you're also going to hear my Steam boop a couple times here, and that's just somebody was on Steam, one of my friends trying to talk to me, so my mistake there. I should have turned that off. But anyway... That's all I really wanted to show for this boss. There's a good amount of burst damage that you have. Your single target is fine. We got Final Reckoning back here. Like, your cooldowns are just so low that it's very, very good. On top of that, your defensive capabilities are very strong. I think I bubble this smash. Watch this. I got press Divine Shield here. Yep, I do. And then I don't take any damage. And I can help healing. I can help with the healing as well. I actually just full healed the Druid there just to give him a little bit of a break. I hit him with Lay on Hands. So, and we're running the Lay on Hands talent, the one that reduces its cooldown. So it's a 3-minute cooldown because I basically full heal the Druid. So it's worth it. If you talent into these things, you need to use them to get the most benefit out of them. Let's skip ahead a little bit to 106, right on the nose. Let's go here. Here's our next big burst. So my Wings is down, but I've got Final Reckoning. Do I have Wings on? My Wings is just ending right now. I have 3 seconds of Wings. I put Final Verdict down and Divine Toll. Boom. We get a big 30k burst going on. 25k. Yeah, it's really good. I think I get an Empyrean proc here at some point too. From, yeah, right there. Empyrean just procced, so I got a free Divine Storm. And then I got a Divine Purpose proc, so I had 3 Divine Storms in a row. I actually got 4 Divine Storms in a row because I had a regular one, and then an Empyrean proc, and then a Divine Purpose proc, and then another one. So, like, someone's on Steam. That's funny. Yeah, my bad there. Anyway, that combination between the Empyrean talent and the Divine Purpose talent can get you, like, 4 or 5 spenders in a row, which is fantastic. Really, really love that combo. I'm gonna skip ahead again. We finish off the Tormentor. Go right to here. That's fine. We're finishing off the Tormentor. Remember, you can stand in his big crush ability for a long time. Remember this. If you're melee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. Like, there's so much time. That guy got wrecked. Oh, that got hit, but remember that when you're a melee character, stay in there, do your damage. Let's get another shield. Here's the next pack. It's not a huge pack, but we have our cooldowns back. We have wings. We're gonna have Final Verdict because we didn't freedom it last. We have wings and Final Verdict and Divine Toll on a 3-target cleave. Watch the damage. Time because we were stupid. Still really good damage. Because your cooldowns are so low, you need to just press them. That's how this class, like, you know. We don't have a 3-minute cooldown. We're gonna freedom it right now. There we go. We just freed ourselves from the problem. Yeah. We can stay right here. That's such a ridiculously good cooldown for this dungeon. Yeah. Freedom is amazing in Sanguine Depths for these chain guys. You can freedom other people too if you want to, and maybe I should have. If you were in a more organized group, you could call for it, but like, you can freedom every single chain and never have to move. You get 100% uptime on the boss. So, the tank goes and pulls. There's another big burst coming here. I have Divine Toll coming off cooldown. I do not have wings. I do not have Final Verdict. Here's Final Verdict. Because I'm going to die probably from all the aggro. Here's chains. We have bubble up, so we didn't get affected by the chains. You can also bubble the chains. Freedomed it though. Yeah, you have lots of options as a Ret Paladin. It's ridiculous. So we almost did 10k there without wings. Pretty solid. Next pack. We're just gonna skip ahead a little bit. So the free procs that you're getting from Divine, whatever it's called, Divine Purpose. Yeah. This is the last set of chains I'm just going to show you, but we're going to freedom them again. Freedom here. Again, 100% uptime on the mobs. So good. Big damage. Got a free proc. Okay, I don't mind the Empyrean thing actually. It's not bad. The free Divine Storms are pretty good. They're really good. Let's pause. We're gonna go to 11140. I'm not sure what the best powers are for Ret. I picked 2 stat ones in a row. Which one double stats? Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't really know. Feels like the play. I honestly don't know how good. 40% crit now. So a lot of the other abilities you can pick up are like on-hit proc abilities, I think, and we have a 2-handed weapon, so I don't know if it'd be good for us or not. Like, I don't know. I think the stats are just good. I don't know if taking double stats is correct. That was probably a mistake, actually, because of the diminishing returns. Maybe. That's okay. I don't know. Honestly, I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Talk to me about the stats. Maybe just taking double stats for your powers on a Ret Paladin in particular. Is that the right play? I don't know. I actually just don't know. So, would love to hear from you guys about that and hear what you think about which powers you should be taking on like a slow 2-handed weapon class, right? Does it make a difference? 112.43. Let's skip ahead just a little bit. Okay, sorry, I'll back up a bit. We're on to the next pack. He pulls them together, the tank, which is exactly what you should do. Big AoE. We got a Divine Purpose proc there, so we got to do 3 in a row. I make a mistake here. So if you can see in the raid frames, right here, our Warlock he's got an exploding thing that's going to go off in a second. That's what this is. And then he has the barb shackles on him, so he can't move. And he's ticking damage from barb shackles, and then he's going to explode. I have Blessing of Freedom, which can get him out of barb shackles, and I just wasn't paying attention. Getting so many procs, it's crazy. Watch the Warlock's health. He can't really recover. I mean, the healer could have been looking after him, but I'm actually going to say that is 100% my fault as the paladin in the group. I can give him freedom, and then he could get away from the barb shackles and not get hit by any ground effects. You see the fire on the ground, and also he wouldn't be taking the ticking damage from barb shackles, so then when the bomb went off, he wouldn't die. So honestly, that is my fault. That is something you need to watch out for. Help your teammates out with stuff like Blessing of Freedom. It's an amazing ability. That was actually Tim on the Warlock, so we're not too worried that he died. Let's skip ahead. We're going to go to 116. 38. Here we go. What am I looking at here? 160. The next boss. Sorry, this is Executioner Torvald. So this boss is probably the hardest boss in the entire dungeon. He does a lot of damage. The ad needs to die very quickly. You have a lot of tools, though. Here comes the ad, right here. You need to CC it and kill it. I had almost every Divine Toll I had ready to go for the ad, and you should use it like that. You should use your big damage stuff to get rid of the ad, because he pulses AoE damage, and he'll kill everybody in here on the higher keys. The other important thing to know about on this fight for Ret Paladin is that you have a lot of tools to survive. So you have your shield. My Shield of Vengeance just came off cooldown. We're running a talent that reduces the cooldown of shield. See, look at the pulsing damage of this guy. He just about killed the whole team. It's just stupid. Oh, I got clipped. I got hit by it. No. My haste went down there. Really annoying. I'm so slow. So then I have the debuff. I'm just gonna walk away. I can self-heal. And I should have been doing that a little bit more, actually. I wasn't really paying attention, but you can self-heal, you can Shield of Vengeance, you can bubble, you can just Divine Shield there. My Divine Toll I went off on the ad once again to make sure that it died really quickly. Just important things you can do for your team to help them survive this boss, because this boss is just really hard. The Druid did a fantastic job. He's doing 8.8k HPS. Like, that's what you need to do on this boss. But so annoying. The healer did really, really well. So, let's move forward. Again, we almost die here. Everybody does a really good job trying to focus the ad down. Moving forward. Right before the next boss, there's the Frozen Tormentor. You kill this pack, and then we do the Frozen Tormentor. The person who gets this AoE thing here, you can freedom anybody, but you can freedom this person in particular and help them to move around a little bit, because they're very slow, and they're going to be damaging people around them. And they might get, you don't want them to get hit by Frost Lance. If they get hit by Frost Lance while they have the AoE circle around them, they're going to die. So it's good to give them a little bit of freedom to help them. Everybody gets slowed in this section, right? So freedom is once again an amazing tool that helps you mitigate this Tormentor. We're going to skip right over the Berillia fight. It was fine. Nothing really important to note there. Yeah, so we're just going to skip forward. 123. So the tank here, I got hit by the beam there. Unfortunate. 123. So we kill Berillia. Boom, boom, boom. She's dead. The tank runs up the hill here and grabs the shield thing, and then he just pulls the entire next room, which I wasn't expecting, but is actually what you should do. It was a good play. It's just hard if your team doesn't know that that's happening. Oh, he's going in. Oh my god, he's going in. But this is great. Final Verdict. Divine Toll. Big damage. Wake of Ashes. Big dam. We got big dam there. Healer got hit. That's okay. Freedom. Freedom once again. You can Blessing of Freedom. I think you could bop somebody too. Like I could have bopped the warrior there. So that probably, again, I'm gonna say that that was partially my fault. I should just pre-bop somebody. It's just helpful. If you're in a pug like this and you don't know anybody, it can be very helpful to just do that. It stops any. I think the chains are like a physical bleed. So if you pre-bop the warrior, then he'd be fine. And then freedom yourself, and then both of you guys are fine. There's stuff like that you can, or you can bubble yourself and freedom somebody else. Anyway, that's that little push. Then we run through the gauntlet. I'm gonna go to 125.
And we're off.
Here's our burst damage with no divine toll, no wings. It's just good AoE. Ret has good AoE. Just final verdict plus Wake of Ashes, but we're doing, 12, 13k there just with that stuff. Pretty cool. We got an Imperium proc there, really huge. I do enjoy that talent. Oh, just move my monitor. Tank had to run away from all the necrotic buildup, but that's good. You can just see the burst. The burst is quite strong, and it's awesome to sort of see it. Let's move on to the final boss. Let's go to General Call, and we'll show you the final boss fight. We actually pulled the boss and died because the tank forgot to put the shield down because he said there was somebody who like turned on a microwave. We're talking about it here. He said somebody turned on a microwave in his house and it like glitched his internet right as General Call was shooting us off the edge, and everybody kind of went flying, which was really funny. So we had to reset and try it again. But here's our single target with all of our buffs. We have Wings, we have Final Verdict, Wake of Ashes, Divine Toll. This is the kind of damage you can pump out. Almost 10k off the start. That's not going to last, obviously, but it's just good. It's good damage. Tim was on his Warlock ult here. That's why he's not doing as much damage. He's like 232 eye level or something. But this time the tank does not mess up Gloom Squall. I'm not going to watch this whole fight. I just want to say really quickly that when you're on this fight in particular as a Ret Paladin, again, you have lots of defensive tools. So you have Shield of Vengeance. Mine's got 40 seconds left. You have Divine Shield, your bubble. You have Blessing of Protection. You have 3 ways that you can basically just negate any mechanics that are in here. If you get the Wicked Rush bleed debuff on you, pop that Shield of Vengeance so that it soaks up the damage, and then it'll explode and do extra damage to the boss.
That was really bad. I wasted a bunch of holy power right there.
Yeah, I did mess that up. So there's lots of ways to survive as a Ret Paladin in particular. You have so many tools to live and so many ways to help other people, which is very, very cool. But I'm gonna pause it there. That's the end of the dungeon. So what are my conclusions here? I mean, obviously I love Ret Paladin, and I think that it's fantastic. It's too bad that people don't think that it's good. Like, I honestly sat in queue for 10, 12 minutes just looking for... The only reason I got into a key is because Tim invited me to his key, because he knows me and knows that I can play the game. But our overall damage here was 7.6k. We were just behind the warrior, who did fantastic. And our breakdown is looking like, it's obviously Divine Storm in a Mythic Plus dungeon. That is primarily due to this buff here. Empyrean is very, very good in Mythic Plus in particular. Like, the amount of times that this thing procs was surprising. It was just surprising to me. Wonder if we actually have a... Yeah, we do have. So it proc 31 times over the course of the dungeon. So that's 31 free Divine Storms, which all have a chance to proc Divine Purpose. So there's synergy there, and it works really, really well. I like it. Final Reckoning, of course, almost always lines up with your Divine Toll. They each are a 1 minute cooldown. So sometimes if, with the 40 seconds from Mechanicos, then sometimes it won't line up. But generally speaking, these two will often be ready at the same time, which is really good. It's awesome. It's just a really good AoE burst class. It has decent single target, but most of the boss fights were around like 5 to 6k, so it's nothing like a rogue, like a sub rogue, or like an arcane mage. Their single target is going to be much, much better, but it's not like, we don't have 0 single target, but we do have enough. generally speaking, it's a lot of fun. You have so many defensive tools with the Unbreakable Spirit, having this cooldown quicker, you have Divine Shield coming back quicker, and you have Blessing and Protection to always help yourself out. Um, and then the Legendary we ran, which was just more Divine Tool stuff. This is very helpful to have more Judgments going out. Judgment is just the key to everything that you want to do on Ret Paladin. It buffs the damage of your next Holy Power ability, right? And it generates Holy Power, so the only thing you need to watch out for when you're playing KYRIAN is that if you press Divine Toll in an AoE situation, you're going to get 5 Holy Power. Like if there's 5 targets, you're going to get 5 Holy Power. So the only real mini game that you need to watch out for is don't ever press Divine Toll in an AoE situation if you have Holy Power. You know, if you have 1, it's probably okay, but you should technically have 0, and then you press Divine Toll and you'll get 5. So you want to like be dumping your Holy Power before you press the big button. You want to make sure you're careful about that. But other than that, this is so strong. It's a lot of fun to play. The numbers speak for themselves. We did lots and lots of damage in this dungeon, so this is a perfectly acceptable build, and it's a great thing to bring into your Mythic Plus group. So if you see a Ret Paladin queuing up for your Mythic Plus group, do not shun them, because I promise you they will do lots of damage and they won't die. They're so durable, it's ridiculous. So that's it, guys. That was the dungeon, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the Tormentor powers. Which powers do you take on like slower attacking two-handed melee characters? Like, what do you think is better there? I think the stats are pretty good, but maybe there's other ways to play it as well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.